So in my last video I had shown you how to make dashi. If you haven't seen that, you better watch that one because you need to see that one first. And yes, I'm pointing a knife at you because you're very far away. This is a green onion that I had that was remaining from the dashi. And we're going to be cutting this up because we're going to be adding this to the end of our miso soup. This is wakame. Okay, so this is dried seaweed. It's very, very, very small. It looks like you're not going to put enough, but it expands after it hits the water. And then, so we're going to need this. We're going to need tofu. Use anything from slightly firm to firm. It's up to you. It doesn't really make a difference. It's all based on what you like the texture of. And you're going to need some type of miso paste. I have some leftover red miso paste, so I'm going to be using this. And then if I need any more, I'll just grab another one of my containers out. I usually get the organic stuff, but that's a personal choice. So as far as getting our tofu ready, you want to pour the water out of this and then dry it off. I personally cannot have tofu because of the calcium sulfate that they put in it, but my wife can and everybody else can, so I don't mind putting it in some. I'll make some for myself and then I'll make some for everybody else. I just have to leave tofu out. We want to cut this, so go about halfway down and then just shoot across. This should cut fairly easy. If it doesn't, boy, your knife needs to be sharpened. And then we're going to end up matching about the same size for each piece, so it's a cube, right? I hate it when I see people put small little pieces of tofu in there. It's like, quit being so cheap. This stuff is inexpensive. So that's ready, but this is going to get thrown in near the end of our cooking. And then when you put your miso inside, there's usually like this basket that's a strainer, and you stir it and you keep this in there and it breaks it down. Is it necessary? Not really. You can just put this in really and then just whisk it really well to break it down. That'll work too. Or if you have like a small strainer, you can use a small strainer instead. But don't worry too much about the technical aspect. So we have our dashi inside here. And what I want to do is I want to take my tofu and I want to put it in here first. And we're going to put our tofu inside here. And how do we know it's done? Because it's going to start dancing. But you see how now it's kind of dancing a little bit and it's jumping back and forth and it's kind of coming to the surface? That tells us that the tofu is done. And then now we can put our miso, and for the amount of dashi that's down there, that might be enough. It needs more. Actually, it probably needs the rest. Let's see if that worked. Oh wow, that's good. Okay, so yeah, that worked. Okay, that's serendipity. That was a perfect amount just by sheer dumb luck. Now we're going to put our wakame in here. And for that much soup, this is more than enough. Okay, because that's going to expand. If you want to put shiitake mushroom or anything else inside here, you can. We're going to grab a handful of our green onions. Throw it inside there. Now that's done. So now we can throw it in a bowl and have our first victim try it.
It looks yummy. Oh, those are big, large pieces of tofu.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing tiny. Oh, it's hot.
Anyway, guys, that's how you go about making miso soup. The next video is going to be a dashi tamagoyaki type egg, or it's going to be mushroom rice, which we're going to use the dashi instead of water for the rice. So that's that. Stay tuned. I'll have more for you.